So we've always heard the story of Judas Iscariot and how he betrayed Jesus and all the story behind it, right? But I think there's one aspect of it that we've like that there's one aspect of it that we've never really paid attention to, right? Or that preachers have never really paid attention to. And it just hit me during the week and I was like, and it is the question is just a simple question, right? Did Judas Iscariot, right, from day one, did he like make it his intention? Did he make it his did he make it his goal? Did he make it his intention? Like from the day he became a disciple, did he make it his intention that, oh, what I want to do at the end is I want to betray Jesus? Like, was that his intention? Like, was that his set goal from the first day, from day one? And I thought about it and I was like, and because we focus on the end part of it where, oh, it's like, oh, Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus, and we are like, oh, don't be like Judas Iscariot, don't be like a backbiter, whatever, right? But thinking about it, when Jesus picked him as a disciple, when Jesus picked him as a disciple, I said, okay, follow me and all those kind of stuff. Was that really the intention of Judas from the get-go? From the beginning, from the onset, was that the intention of Judas Iscariot that, oh, I want to betray this man Jesus? I want to, at the end, I want to sell this man Jesus. That was, if you ask me, I'll tell you that was never his intention from the beginning, right? That was not his intention from the beginning. But and this is the reason why we have to be conscious in our God work day to day, right? Because it's not that that was not his intention, right? But looking throughout the story of Jesus, right, with his disciples, right, you could see traits that Judas Iscariot portrayed. Such traits such as stealing, like when the woman with the alabaster box, was cleaning the feet of Jesus and all, and Judas Iscariot was like, this oil should have been kept, and should have been kept, so we'll give it money to the poor, but all him saying all that was just with the intention of just that the money will be with him, so he will steal from it, and all those traits, all those tiny traits, they were just there, they were just around Judas Iscariot, just to indicate that this person, really doesn't have a good intention, or most likely will not end well. Let me use that word, right? But my main question now is, it was never like his intention from the get-go. It was never his intention to say, oh, at the end I want to betray Jesus, right? And that just comes to tell us that, see, in our God work, but it is a conscious work. It's a conscious work. Let's not wake up one day and then let's say 3 months down the line and then look back on our lives and be like, how did I get here? You can do one thing today, and then tomorrow, something just starts shifting your conviction, and little by little, your conviction is shifting, your standards is shifting, and you're not asking questions like, oh, did the Bible really say we should not? Little by little, your conviction is shifting, your standards are dropping, and at the end of the day, you just, God forbid, we find ourselves doing things that we never should have done, right? God forbid we find ourselves doing things we never should have done, and we're like, how did I get here? That's just, I just brought this up just to tell us about the consciousness of walking with God. You have to be, this God work is a conscious thing. Just a little story, right? Just a little story. I was born into a Christian home, raised by Christian parents and everything, right? But then I would say it's not quite long, maybe like 2 or 3 years now, maybe like 2 years, I guess, that I actually started taking my walk with God, seriously. Started taking it as a conscious walk, right? Because ever since I was young, I just know, okay, don't do bad, don't do this, don't do this. But, I just had to come to myself, right? And then tell myself that, hey, this God work thing, this, working with God is not something you do, it's not something you do unconsciously. It's not something you do, how do I put it? It's not something you just do by the wayside. It's not something that you just, in your heart that, oh, I believe in Jesus and I am a Christian, right? And then you just, go every day and just, live how you want, not necessarily in a bad way, but then you just live anyhow. You're not really conscious about that God life you have. But then there is a difference when you consciously pursue after righteousness. When you consciously pursue after something, than you just leave it to time and chance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, taking this God work is a conscious thing. It's not something that you do remotely. Like, if I may use that word, it's not something you do remotely, right? So, and I was thinking, and yeah, again, I will repeat it. It's, Judas Iscariot from the first day never had it in his mind to, at the end of the day, oh, he wants to sell Jesus, or he wants to. No, I don't think the Bible ever stated anything like that, right? But then, when you allow the devil, when you allow Satan, take 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 one step in your life, right? When you give Satan one room or one step in your life, right? I promise you, he's going to take 10 more. He's going to take, in fact, 20 more. And I believe that was the case with Judas Iscariot, right? Because when he started, doing those things, such as stealing, such as deceit and all those stuff, it was like giving the devil one step in your life, one room in your life. And the devil will definitely, once you give the devil a chance, he definitely wants to take as much as he can, and just, ride on your life as much as much as he can. And I believe that was the case with Judas Iscariot. Although, yes, there's a prophecy. It was bound that, Jesus had to be, crucified, blah blah blah. He had to be betrayed or whatever, right? But must it, or rather, couldn't it have been, someone else, at least another person, at least not Judas Iscariot, if at all, like, at least, right? So yeah, that's my thought. And I thought to share it. Because, like, when you give the devil one room, one step in your life, he's yearning, he's itching to take 10 more steps. He's itching to take 10 more steps. When you give him 1 mile in your life, he's itching to take 10 more miles. So I just came to tell us today, right? This, our God work, is a conscious thing. Every day, we die to the flesh daily. Is a conscious work. It's not something we do remotely, because there are a lot of Christians who do Christianity remotely. Like, they treat it as a remote job. They leave it to time and chance. Leave it to time and chance. Whenever I see the opportunity to pray, or whenever I see the opportunity to go to church, or whenever I find myself by mistake, maybe where they are praying, I will manage and open my mouth and pray. This this kind of stuff. Not necessarily that, oh, you are doing bad things, right? In fact, you can be a good person and not even be a Christian, right? You can be a Christian doing good things, right? Not even doing evil things. But at the end of the day, God forbid you find yourself 3 months down the line and you're like, how did I even get here in my work, right? So yeah, God will help us, and I hope this helped you. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.